Aloha, I'm Carolyn Tanaka, and welcome to Live at the Legislature, where every week we talk to representatives about issues, concerns, and legislation. A week ago, Kauai and parts of Oahu were hit unexpectedly by thunderstorms and flooding. On Kauai, the consequences were devastating. People have said that it was worse than Hurricanes Iniki and Eva. This week, the House of Representatives will be voting on a bill to provide immediate funding to cover the upfront costs for needs and repairs that need to be done now. Kauai will be getting $100 million. East Oahu and Waimanalo will be receiving $25 million. With us today is Representative Nadine Nakamura from the island of Kauai. She covers the Haena to Wailua areas and areas who bore the brunt of the devastation. Also joining us is Representative Della Al-Belati. She is the House Majority Leader for the House of Representatives and is from Oahu. Representative Nakamura, before we get into some of the nuts and bolts of things, would you share with us where you were, your personal experiences, what you saw the night the thunderstorms hit?
Yeah, it was Sunday morning when I started getting text messages from friends who live on the North Shore and in Keapana, people who were talking about the flood levels rising, people who were shut in their second-story homes, people with access that was blocked, people were unable to get to roads. It was very scary for a lot of folks who did not have communication. So I ended up calling 911 on their behalf to let the county know what was going on, where the people were located, and that they needed to get out of there. And we also learned from lifeguards just yesterday that at 2:30 a.m. in the morning, Sunday morning, they were rescuing 50 to 60 people just in Hanalei Town alone on surfboards, paddleboards, jet skis, and they were jet skiing over cars that were flooded.
I know that the two of you, over the weekend, you were on Kauai surveying the damages. Representative Belati, you are from Oahu. What was your reaction to what you saw?
There were three takeaways for me. I think we are so grateful for the 24/7 work of the first responders, Fire Rescue, Army National Guard. They have been there 24/7 taking care of the residents of Wainiha and Haena. The second thing I've been impressed by is the coordination by the state teams. You know, they're going to have a school opened up for the kids that are locked in at the Hanalei Colony Resort. So the DOE has been working hard. Within 24 hours, DOH had a medical team set up at Hanalei Colony Resort, and DOT has been working 24/7 also to get the roads cleared and assessed and surveyed. The third takeaway is just the resiliency of the people of Kauai. Hanalei Colony Resort has to be applauded for becoming the center of the community there and being a resource for everybody, for the state, and for the residents of that community.
There's a lot more work to do, a lot more things ahead.
Lots more work.
Well, as I said earlier, this week the House and Senate, they're expected to pass a $125 million funding bill, $100 million for Kauai, $25 million for East Oahu and Waimanalo. How will the funding help?
Funding is going to help in many ways. One of the big issues is that the areas of Wainiha and Haena are blocked. There's 6 major and 6 minor landslides, and portions of the state highway, Kuhio Highway, some of the embankment has been washed away. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done to fix that. We know that FEMA will reimburse us, but we need the upfront costs. And so the money will go toward fixing the state highway, but also the county roadways that have been undermined. There are many sinkholes on the North Shore that need to be addressed. There's going to be a need to deal with the state and county parks that have been really devastated by this.
Representative Belatti, the House and the Senate moved with like grease lightning speed. We don't see that very often here. Joke. But can you tell us why were we able to do that and why did we do it?
Everyone was focused on getting immediate resources to the islands of Kauai and parts of East Oahu. So the Finance Committee over the weekend, they had already voted the budget out, but were finalizing the budget provisos, and they had to work all weekend long to be able to deck the budget. This is going to enable us on Wednesday to pass out the budget bill, which has to move first before we can move the flood bill. And so we did. The legislature has engaged in some extraordinary feats to be able to get this money and to still pass a responsible budget. I think legislators across the state realize the importance of these monies getting to the communities on Kauai and East Oahu, and so we acted with due diligence and great speed.
It has been a tough week for not only Kauai but also for parts of Oahu. How are the residents of Kauai holding up?
I think the residents are just doing what they have to do. They are fixing the damaged homes and businesses. They're working together as a community to address the problems and not waiting for someone from the outside to help. There's a lot of self-help going on, people helping each other, coming together to fix intakes so farmers get water again, fix homes and businesses. It's amazing, the outpouring of aloha in our community.
I wanted to take a real quick, we have heard that there are businesses especially that are hurting right now. What is it that you would like the public to know right now?
I think we need to let people know that Hanalei Town is open and available, and people can come and visit. There's still things to do in Hanalei Town, and there may be some areas like Hanalei Pier and the end of the road, the State Beach Park, that may not be accessible at this time, but the heart of the town is open and doing business.
Well, it has been a tough week for the residents of Kauai and especially in Hanalei Haena area. Thank you for being with us today. Listening to you talk about the people of Kauai, it reminds me of what your Kauai colleague, Representative Dee Morikawa, said. You are Kauai strong. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you for being with us for Live at the Legislature. We'll see you next week.